What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here. We are back with another Tales of Crestoria video. It's been quite a little while, mainly because obviously we know it's going to be a bit longer until the game comes out. But I wanted to talk about this because I never noticed this before, and I'm surprised no one's talked about this yet. But so if you look right here so I obviously just pulled this up on Google. This image oh well, we don't need to do that. It's already right here. So if you look at the stamina, we obviously have a normal stamina system, which that's really low, by the way, kind of off topic, but you know, it looks like player rank 5, 14 AP. So it's obviously going to be different from Rays, where in Rays, you just kind of get orbs from character skits and story skits, and they give you more AP as you go along. This will be more of a game where you can kind of control how much total AP you have just by playing the game a lot more. But I'm guessing quest missions are probably going to cost a lot less earlier on, so I'm guessing like the first missions will probably be like between like 1 and 3 AP right in the beginning. But what I wanted to talk about here is the fact that there's BP over here. So there's 10 BP over here. So what does that tell us? And obviously by the title of this video you should know we're going to talk about the possibility of PvP in this game. Well, it's not even a possibility. There's going to be some sort of competitive kind of gameplay in here. And obviously, you know, you can look at stuff like how the game is kind of laid out gameplay-wise. So if we click down here, you know, obviously we're going to... Well, this isn't a good... I guess this is a better... So we'll obviously have 4 characters that we have on the map at once, you know, depending where you're at in the story. Because obviously, when you start the first chapter, I assume you will just have Kanata, and maybe if you're lucky, Mizel will be with you too. But I doubt you're going to start with all 3 of these right here, so... What they could possibly do PvP-wise is kind of like what... If you've been watching my Rising Steel videos, you kind of know how PvP works in that, where you just fight another person's team. I feel like that would be a similar kind of situation here, where... Now, obviously, this could be totally unrelated to PvP. There could just be a different, like, game mode, for example. Usually, when they have BP in a game, though, in a gacha game, it usually has to do with a PvP system of some sort. So... I'd say the most likely scenario for this, and we may see more of this in the stream in just about 10 days now, a little over 10 days, is kind of like, so you'll take in your team of 4 characters, or however it's going to work. Maybe they'll, kind of like SAO, they might have limitations as to, you know, what you can bring in. Like, maybe they'll have a PvP session where it's like, you can only use characters from, which obviously in the beginning wouldn't really work, but let's say the game's been out for a year. They have a rule where it's like, oh, you can only use characters from Tales of Berseria. So you'd only be able to take, you know, like Velvet Eyes and Rokuro, whoever's in the game at the time, and kind of build a team around that. I don't think they'll limit it to that extent, but they could have special rules like that to where they do stuff like that. But even without that, in general, I think it's fine to kind of have like a 4-on-4 type kind of battle thing. Now, obviously, this wouldn't be real PvP. You're not going to go in a live session. They could, but usually turn-based games like this don't really work out that way. It's usually you're just fighting the person's team. Excuse me. And if you beat them, you know, you rank up or however it's going to work in this game. But that seems to be the most likely scenario here is you probably take in your team of 4 characters, or like I said, or whatever they decide to do, and you go against maybe they'll let you choose, kind of like SAO has. Maybe there'll be like 3 people you can choose from. You look at their teams, be like, okay, I think I can beat this person. So you go ahead and you click on that one. And then obviously you battle or you auto battle. I assume you would be able to auto battle since you're not playing against an actual person. So if you felt comfortable enough with your team, you could auto battle it. But if it's obviously a team that's kind of close to yours, we also don't know how it's really going to work power-wise. We don't know if this game will have a power system kind of like Rays, where it's just dependent on, you know, the level of your character, what arts they have, how much their arts are leveled up. We don't even know how the stat system in this game is going to work at all yet. We haven't even been shown that. You know, you can obviously see the character page right here, which is obviously what we'll have to click to look at our characters, but we don't know how that's going to look. We don't know if it's going to be like Rays, where you just have an overall number for the character, or there might not be numbers at all. You might just know what level your character is, what arts they have equipped, and that could be it, and you just kind of have to go from there. We also don't know how limit breaks will work in this game, if characters will have limit breaks at all. We know based on the last stream that they had, that the soft cap for characters is probably going to be level 50. So I assume every player isn't going to be able to break that threshold, kind of like Ray's, until they actually add stuff to it. Because there is probably a very high chance, and I've said this in many videos before, that this is not going to be a character gacha. You're not going to be summoning for these characters because I just think logistically, graphics-wise, especially since it's, you know, a Tales property, if we were to get, you know, like 6 different versions of Kanato all where he's wearing a different outfit, like that's going to be pretty taxing to kind of come out with characters that frequently. So I feel like arts or equipment is probably a much easier thing to do. I mean, obviously, Kanato Mizella and Vicious have very unique weapons, and they all kind of have the same sort of thing where they have the kind of like sin aura coming off of them. But there is a chance that that could, you know, be different, or like I said, it could just be arts that you get. You know, maybe the starting banner will just have arts for these 3 characters of different rarities, and you just kind of summon for those. Obviously, I can't say for sure because we don't have any confirmation yet or any kind of proof as to what the gacha is going to look like, but I'd say that's a pretty safe bet. So yeah, PvP-wise, I'd say it's a pretty safe bet. It's just going to be your very simple kind of like you pick someone you want to fight, or it might be randomized. I hope it's not randomized because then that's kind of unfair. You don't know if you're going to be able to beat somebody and you get thrown into a random session. And I mean, there are a lot of gacha games that do that, like Dragon Ball Legends. You jump into ranked and then it puts you someone kind of around your tier level. And you just hope that your team is better than theirs. But I feel like for a game like this, especially since it's turn-based, we probably will get several options, and then you can choose if you want to go in or wait till the next rotation of players kind of gets cycled in. But let me know what you guys think down below. This is just a quick little video to kind of talk about that I saw that this, you know, I not even remembered because I didn't even notice it the first time I looked at this screenshot. But the fact that it is going to have BP of some kind definitely tells me there's going to be some alternate game mode as opposed to just regular gameplay. Because obviously, you'll click right here. This is obviously going to be your main story, I assume. I can't really say what all the other ones will be. I don't know what this claw would be. Maybe this is... well, obviously, this is going to be characters. So either this little circle here or this claw thing here is going to be the gacha system, and then whatever they're not will be... Maybe the claw will be like leveling up equipment, considering it's like their sin power or whatever, and then this could obviously be like the gacha circle-like thing. But let me know what you guys think down below about a PvP system. What kind of PvP system would you like them to implement if this is indeed for a PvP system? The BP could also be for some kind of like tower mode or something. It could be completely unrelated to PvP. But I just wanted to talk with you guys about the possibility of a PvP system being something that's in this game. So let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. If you didn't know, I will be going live with a live stream when the Tales mobile game stream happens, because they'll be talking about Ray's, Asteria, and Crestoria. So I want to be there to get all the information. Then obviously after that stream next Saturday, I will plan out a bunch of videos to kind of talk about everything that was kind of shown there. I probably won't cover Asteria because I don't really cover Asteria on my channel too much, but unless there's like something huge that's like really important to all players who play. But I'll definitely have some Ray's and Crestoria videos for you guys based on whatever's shown. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.